The story starts with Ittoki looking out of the classroom window during class. He sees a ninja in a distant building. One of his classmates notices and tells the teacher that Ittoki is sleeping, but Ittoki denies it. Then the teacher asks him to solve the math problem, and Ittoki does it. After class, other students call Ittoki to join them for karaoke, and Ittoki wants to, but is busy with other lessons and has to decline. Ittoki is on his way home and being followed by Kosetsu, a childhood friend who follows Itoki's mother's request to make sure he doesn't skip his classes. Ittoki calls her to walk by his side, but she refuses and prefers staying behind him. As they walk, Ittoki remembers his conversation with his gymnastics teacher, who asks him to consider pursuing gymnastics in high school as he sees talent in him. Suddenly, Ittoki realizes he is running late for cram school and takes a shortcut through some parks and backyards. Unfortunately, he almost gets hit by a truck but manages to jump over it. At the local convenience store, a regular customer complains to Takasada because she found bugs in her greens. But Takasada doesn't care and tells her to deep fry them. His manager Kozo intervenes and pulls Takasada aside, and Riaya apologizes to the customer. Takasada explains that she is a regular complainer, and Kozo knows that, but he shouldn't say such things. Yumika decides to take the storefront as Takasada isn't good at customer service. She tells Takasada he can leave for today but asks him to pick up Ittoki from cram school. After Takasada picks up Ittoki, he tells him about the truck incident and that the truck had its front tires burst. While there were no injured people, Takasada notes that Ittoki is too good and shouldn't have gone to cram school. Later, Yumika goes back home, and Ittoki helps her make dinner. The next day, Ittoki heads to school, with Kosetsu following him again. When he opens his locker, he is surprised to find a love letter. Throughout the day, he can't stop thinking about it. After school, he meets the girl who wrote it, Satomi Tsubaki. She is a year younger but explains that she has always been watching him, and she even saw how he dodged the truck yesterday. She then asks him to be her boyfriend. Ittoki goes home in a good mood, and his mother, Yumika, quickly realizes he got a girlfriend. She starts asking him who is she and how he knows her and if she is pretty and a nice girl. But Ittoki explains that he doesn't really know her, but it's his first time being confessed, and he wants to go out with her on Sunday. When Yumika hears that he doesn't know her, her attitude changes, and she is against him dating her, which annoys Ittoki. Ittoki still decides to date her and meets Satomi on Sunday at Iga Station. He asks her where she would like to go, and she invites him to her place. At her home, nervously, Ittoki wonders what she has planned, but Satomi suddenly stands up and starts undressing. She tells him she likes him and tries to kiss him, but Ittoki pushes her away and explains that they just met and he isn't ready for that kind of physical contact yet. He jokingly suggests that this might be a prank and looks under the bed, but he's shocked to find a ninja hiding there. Satomi takes out a kunai and wounds him in the cheek, saying that he is sharp. More ninjas appear, and Satomi prepares to attack Ittoki, but suddenly a kunai breaks through the window and creates a smoke screen. Kosetsu comes, facing off against the ninjas and throws Ittoki out of the window and says jump and run away. Kozo and Riaya then take him in a car and drive away. But they get followed by a jeep that bursts their front tires and causes them to crash. Kozo and Riaya fight off the ninjas and tell Ittoki to go and find a place with a lot of people. Not understanding what is going on, Ittoki runs and reaches the city. Suddenly, a blackout occurs and a police officer approaches him, asking what he is doing there. Ittoki tries to explain what happened, but the officer tells him to calm down and explains that the power is shut down temporarily while they install a new transformer. Just then, a ninja appears and attacks the police officer. More ninja appears and they capture Ittoki. A moment later, as the power comes back, Takasada shows up and asks Ittoki how his date went. He knows that the police officer is not actually injured, and the officer then stands up and joins the ninjas. Takasada quickly gears up and fights off the ninjas and saves Ittoki. Later, Ittoki wakes up in a car with Takasada and Kosetsu. Takasada then tells him to get out of the car and head up the stairs on the hill, as that's their family home. Going there, Ittoki is shocked to see they have a big mansion. As Yumika shows up, everyone bows to her, and she tells Ittoki to call her chief while they are there. She explains that they are Shinobi of the Iga village and that there are many other villages in the country who have blended with society. They have formed strict rules, and that's how they manage to maintain balance for decades. However, the Koga village has recently been trying to upset the balance. The Koga are the most powerful and wealthy ninjas. Iga had found that Koga intended to take over their village, and the ones who attacked Ittoki were working for Koga. They have attacked Ittoki because he is the 19th Iga ninja village successor. Yumika then asks Ittoki to become a ninja. In the end, we see that at the Koga meeting, the Koga salute their substitute village chief, Kido. Kido says that physical wounds heal in time, but heart wounds can last forever. They have recently lost their village chief, Kishinmaru, and Kido wants to make them pay. An eye for an eye, and they will take revenge on the Iga ninjas. And that's the end of the video. As always, if you liked what you saw, subscribe to the channel. I'll be uploading a lot of videos just like this, so I'll see you at the next one.